Another nice windy evening, and sunset is happening now. That's going to turn into a really lovely evening sky in the next half an hour or so. Anyway, so I've spent the last few days packing. I've been running around to get some stuff. I've still got a little bit left to do, which I'll hopefully do over the next few days, but a lot of it is done. So I thought I'd make a little video about packing for a long trip. That took quite a bit of effort. So this is pretty much what I'm carrying. There are a few things that I still haven't got, and I will get them over the next couple of days, but broadly this is what it is. So I didn't want to make this video a point out and tell you, oh, this is this is that kind of video. Instead, what I've done is I've written a blog post which has a checklist of the stuff that I carry. So I'm going to link that in the description below, and you can just go to the blog and you'll get a list of all of the stuff that I'm carrying. And if that list works for you, that way you'll be able to print it out and just use it. So I thought that was a better way to do it. What I will do though is just talk about a few things that I carry and why I carry them, and a few systems that I use while I'm packing, which might be helpful for you guys. So yeah, here goes. I do this thing of splitting my toolkits, and I have a smaller toolkit that I put in my tank bag and a larger one that goes into my luggage so that the weight doesn't come into my tank bag. I do this because there was this one time when I got stuck in Jodhpur, I think, and I had an issue with the bike and I needed my tools, and they were in my saddlebags, and all I needed was a screwdriver and a spanner, and I had to unload the whole bike to get it. So this way some small tools are handy. They're here. I also carry a cheap pair of motorcycling gloves which I use to work on the bike so that my hands don't get too dirty. So this is another thing that I do. I carry a spike buster, and this time I've got this multi-USB port which is supposed to also have surge protection. So I carry these essentially because when you're staying budget, sometimes this one, because you might have just one plug point and you can convert it into a multiple plug point thing, and it gives protection to your devices because of the surge protection. If there is a surge, this will blow and your device will be safe. Same thing with this. The benefit also is that I don't need to carry all of the plugs. I can just carry the cables. I carry a laundry line, just normal nylon rope that I use as a clothes line. I didn't carry clothes clips last time, I'm carrying them this time. Soap, of course, and this brush. You need to keep washing clothes while you're going, otherwise you have to carry a whole bunch of stuff. So if you want to travel light, carry these things, keep washing, life is better. I also carry this, which is a headlamp. It goes onto your head and it's a torch. So I use this instead of a handheld torch because I can just put this on my head and then my hands are free to do whatever I'm doing. So if I'm unloading the bike late in the evening or doing something like that, this is very handy. I carry a funnel, not useful generally, but when you get to a place where you need to start carrying fuel, it's very easy to transfer fuel into your fuel tank if you have a funnel, and buying a good quality one while you can is a good idea. Power bank, very important. Carry a power bank. Yeah, and spares. A spare set of papers and spare keys in your luggage just in case you need it. Always handy. I carry dry fit stuff because they're easy to wash and dry, and I've gotten comfortable riding in them. So the stuff that I use very frequently is easy to dry. I carry a dry fit towel, not a dry fit towel, a quick dry towel, because that helps too. Towel needs to dry quickly. Peanut butter, my solution to dinner while I'm camping. Usually I buy a loaf of bread somewhere on the way, and then I just have peanut butter sandwiches. I don't carry a stove as of now, so this way I don't need to cook. And I'm carrying granola bars this time because on my last trip there were several times when I couldn't find food for hours. This way I won't starve. Duct tape because it fixes everything. And there's WD-40 somewhere. I think I've not kept it out. So even though I have a tarpaulin and I sort of waterproof all of my luggage, I use a lot of plastic bags. This helps me in two ways. One is it's additional waterproofing, and two is it sort of segregates things. So if I want to pull something out of the bag, I can just pull out the relevant plastic bag and then I put it back. And in case I need one of these at any point for something, I want to carry something outside, I always have a lot of bags with me. So I find it handy. The next challenge is to take all of this and fit it into your saddlebags and one other bag and your tank bag. So you have a limited amount of space in which you need to fit all of this. So I'm just going to quickly pack it all up. I've brought all of the stuff down to the bike now, and I'm just gonna show you how I pack it, how I load it on the bike. Primarily, things need to stay secure and they need to stay dry and clean. So what I use this tarpaulin for is to create an outer covering for all of my bags. This tarpaulin is a 9 by 6, 9 feet by 6 feet. It cost me about 100 rupees. Put it on like this. If you're riding in rain or through muck and all of that, anything that comes off the tires doesn't get onto the bags as well. They're a bit of a tight squeeze onto the carrier, so you need to coax them in. And this normally I put in the front first, and then the back just slides in like that. On top. Last year I used a duffel bag on the top, which was a better shape and easier to pack and didn't have all of these strings around. But it's a real challenge to carry a duffel bag if you have to walk when you unload the bike. So this time I'm carrying a rucksack and hoping that it will make my life a bit easier. Technically, I could probably fit everything that I'm carrying into my saddlebags, but that would make them really heavy. So this way I sort of split the weight across different things. Once all of that is on, I tie my tent and camping stool and cycle pump together using these bungee cords, and then just pop them on. Essentially all I need to do is pull on one end of the cord, put it there, same thing with this one, That's about it. I use a dust cover on top of this just to keep things looking a bit tidy. I don't have one right now, but that's it.